Hey y'all. Um I just wanted to hop on real quick and kind of give y'all some and I'm going through my mail and I'm actually tearing stuff up. So if you happen to hear like some rips or something, that's me going through my mail. I just wanted to hop on and tell you about something I feel like. I don't know if anyone is spiritual or um spiritual here. But yesterday, so let me just say this first of all. Forgiveness, grace, and peace. Forgiveness, grace, and peace. I can truly say that is for you. Again, my name is Jai. I'm a single mother of a special needs child, and it that carries a lot of emotion. Like I said, I have to leverage my emotions with my son, with what I'm feeling, with what I'm going through, and sometimes in dealing with people. And somebody gave me a word today, and I'm gonna share that with y'all. I feel like I've heard it before, but I feel like it hit different to me today, and I was supposed to hear it today. So, yesterday I took my son to camp. He's gonna be at a week long camp. Um, and on the way there, I drove. On the way there, that's kind of something me and my son likes to do. We like to listen to music, and he likes to ride in the car, and I rap, he rap, we sing, we have a good time. The forecast said that it was gonna rain, but I figured I would beat it. But we did go through um a patch of rain for maybe like 5 minutes on the way there, and then the rest of the ride was sunny. We got there and I checked him in and everything, met who he's gonna be with, all that good stuff. Great, right? I did see something that kind of bothered my spirit, and I prayed. I did worry. It had my stomach kind of flipping. But before I go into that, so yesterday was Father's Day, and I knew for a couple of months now that the day that I had to check him in at camp was going to be on Father's Day. So his father is deceased. Mine is still living, but we've never had a real close relationship. Um, and recently, I think this year, he actually apologized to me and basically said out of his mouth that he was not the father that I needed. He knows that he was not the father me or my sister needed. My mom didn't. He had a child with another lady. That's not my mom. And at the time when he told me that, it caught me by storm. So it's all gonna make sense here in a minute. I'm gonna get to my point. So I asked my dad, and my dad does not have a close relationship with my son either. So my dad is a truck driver. He drives trucks for a living. Been doing it all his life. I knew the ride from here to the camp was gonna be about 3 hours long. I've made this drive before. So I was like, in my brain, hey, what if I got Papa to take us to drop you off, and then me and Papa could ride back together? I knew we would have probably got back a little late, but it could be like a Father's Day thing, just spending time, the gift of spending time, right? So, so I asked him, I said, hey, AJ's going to camp. I got to check him in on the 15th. It's Father's Day. How about we make it a thing? He basically told me, no, because he drives for a living and he does not want to drive on his off day. Now, being a person who works full time at a job, no matter what it is, driving, lifting, whatever you're doing, you don't, unless you love what you're doing, unless that's your passion and you'll do it for no money, nobody wants to do their job on their day off. I get that as an individual. But the daughter in me was like, damn, how come we can't just do that, spending time? Because if you live in the city that I live in, if you run errands, you driving for 3 hours. Now you have breaks between, but the city that I live in is huge, and you'll be driving for 3 hours if you have to do daily errands or, do what you need to do. That's how I think of it. So the human being in me was like, I get it. I understand. But the daughter in me was like, damn, can you spend some time with us? Some time with me, some time with your grandson to kind of see how we vibe, what we, excuse me, I have something in the oven baking, but it just turned off. So I drive there. I drop my son off, give him a kiss goodbye, tell him I love him. And one of the ladies over the, one of the coordinators over the camp, she seen me in the bunk in the room where my son was going to be. And she was like, hey, where did you park? And I don't know the campgrounds. I'm like, over there somewhere. She said, I want to take you back to your car because the storm is about to come in. And immediately I'm like, give my baby a kiss, do a little prayer over his head. And I don't want to get caught up in the rain. So she drives me on a little golf cart back to the van. So, side note, we have some friends that stay in the area of the camp, like maybe 20 miles outside the camp, 20 minutes outside the camp. And I asked them before we went to the camp, like, hey, I'm coming in town. I'm going to drop my son off. Is it okay? Are you guys going to be home? Is it okay if I stop by your house for a couple of hours before I get back on the road? They were like, cool. So because of the storm about to come in, and I'm looking at it on my phone through a weather app, it's not just about to hit that area. It's about to hit the whole stretch of me going home. The whole 3-hour drive back of me going home. And with what I seen, what kind of worried me is still on my brain. What I seen in the camp room, it was minor, but it kind of bugged me. My stomach was turning, and I didn't feel like talking to anyone about it because I carry my emotions on my face. Something is wrong with me if you look at me. I'm one of them people that tell the whole story on my face. Like, if you talking to me and I'm not necessarily not interested in the story, but if I feel some type of way about it, you see it on my face. I'm one of those. So I didn't want to have to go into that with my friends that stay there. I just didn't feel like it. Plus, I'm like, I want to go home. I said that I wanted to be home by 10 p.m. I'm looking at the weather. I'm looking at the time. I'm like, and then something had just happened in that city with some rain. Some people had got flooded and died and all that kind of stuff. I wanted to go home. Let me tell you. So I gassed up, used the restroom. I told them, hey, thank you for your hospitality, but I'm going to go home. I'm going to go home. And they were like, okay, just let us know. If you change your mind, you can come back. You can come over here, but let us know when you make it because the storm is about to come in, blah, blah, blah. Okay, cool. Thank you. I appreciate it. So I'm navigating the map. I'll speed up. I'm navigating the map. Basically, The majority of the storm that I caught was right there in the city. As I started going back to my house, it was still raining. It was instances of that milky rain where you can barely see. It was a couple of people on the side of the road that tires blew out. Narrow roads where there's no shoulder. Going up and down hills, and my van started swaying a little bit because I'm on a hill and coming back down. So I'm driving, I got my music blasting. I'm trying to, I'm getting home, right? People calling me, checking on me. Like, I'm not in the mood to talk to anybody because I'm trying to pay attention to the road. And I want to listen to my music. My music is keeping me upbeat. And mind you, I am not a road trip girl. I don't like driving, and I don't like road tripping. And if I'm road tripping, I'm not driving. I am not the one that offer to drive. I'm the one that want to get in the back seat. Let me get in the back seat. Because I have to drive every day. I mean, when I have to go somewhere, I have to take myself. So, anyway, I started thinking before we left about the song Protector by Beyonce. And I think I heard somewhere, it's on her Cowboy Carter album, and I think I heard somewhere that she made that song for her twins, like either Rumi or Sir, but I think I heard it was for Rumi. And then she sings it, I think, I haven't been to her concert, but from the videos, I see that she sings it with Rumi and Blue and her mom or whatever. And I was like, that's part of my problem. I've never had a man to protect me. Not a man that I love to protect me, and it started from my dad. And I'm like, he's a truck driver. Now mind you, while I'm driving, mentally I'm in survival mode. I'm in fight or flight. I'm trying to get back home, get to my safe place, and think about if I made the right decision, let my son go to this camp. Like that's what's in my brain. I'm trying to get to my safe place safely with the conditions of the weather and get back home and think about the decision that I've made, right? So I get home safe and sound. I go and get me something to eat, lock up in my house. I even was wondering if I was gonna not get any sleep in the night from knowing that my son isn't here, because the house does feel different without my son here. So I thought about something, and I said, and it hit me. The epiphany hit me. It hit me out of nowhere. God is my protector. Now, some of y'all may say that God has always been your protector, and I agree, but it hit me. God did what my daddy couldn't do. He was going to do it regardless, but he stood in the place of my dad. Now, all my decisions have not been great. Some of those decisions that you feel like a child should make because they've had an active father in their life, they may have went right. I know I went left. I'm not even finna sit here and lie and say I haven't went left. But I wanted my dad to serve as that protector on the road for me and my son, because that's what he does. That's what he do. He's a driver. That's his skill. Now, if that's his passion, I don't know, but he's been doing it as at least 40 years that I've been on this planet. I've known my daddy to be a truck driver. I wanted that safe place with him, that safe space with him for me and my son. And he didn't do it for whatever reason. That's his business. But now that my safety net and my son is gone to camp, and not me depending on him, but me knowing that he's here by my side, I'm driving this 300 odd miles home by myself, in this stunt. It did not let up raining. And I'm not talking about a little sprinkling rain. It wasn't all milky, but it was thundering and lightning. God protected me and gave and took me all the way home. So that's the peace part of it. And I hope I don't cry. That's the peace part of it. The grace and the forgiveness is, I can't get mad. I'm not going to get mad over a man, my dad, that in my heart I felt should have been there for me and his grandson in this point. I can't get mad at it because God showed me, I got you. You can't control everything, and what you can't control, I got. I will step in and be that for you. So knowing that and sitting back and thinking about that, I've been so happy today. And it's bringing me to tears because it's like it's progress in my journey. First of all, I have grace and forgiveness for my dad because being a parent, how can I say it? When you're doing activities, and I'm just gonna be 100, when you're around here effing off people, fucking, having sex, even thinking about me back in my 20s and some other people I know back in their 20s, folks was not thinking about having babies and the responsibility that comes with impregnating a woman. You impregnate her, yeah, I know that's my child. If I want to, I show up when I want to because we not married. I throw you some money here and there because my mom didn't file child support. And that's another video I'll do for another day. But you in and out, and you dealing with your own demons because you got your own demons going on. I didn't go through that as an adult, but I understand it. And I give you grace for that. The one thing that I noticed that I've been struggling with is when you apologize to someone, you apologize for what you did to hurt them, or admitting or taking accountability in your actions towards hurting them in whatever way. But the continuation from that is doing better. Now, my dad apologizing to me for not being a father that he should have been was great. It completely caught me off guard when he did it. But the continuation on out, you still have breath in your body. I still have breath in my body. I don't need to be reared and raised like a 2-year-old because I'm 40. But what are we doing from here on out? What are the actions from here on out? And that's what sometimes does hurt me. But this is also where I see that God, I got you. God says, I have you. I got you and your son. I got you and AJ. I've been had you. But you see now that I got you. So don't worry about that. You can't control that. You didn't have nothing to do with him and your mama having relations to have you. I got you. So I just kind of wanted to share that story about peace and forgiveness and grace. It's definitely a hurdle that I have jumped over, and I'm not perfect. I may revisit or I may feel some type of way, but I think the lesson in the story for me is God always has me, especially during those times when I can't control it. And I thank God for that. I thank God for that. And somebody, and I don't know if this collides into the story that I'm telling, It doesn't. I'll tell that another day. But yeah, I just want to leave that peace, grace, and forgiveness. It is a really, really big relief off your shoulders. And it's genuinely for you. It's genuinely for you because it allows you to have a different feeling. And when you have that feeling of forgiveness, of letting things go, your aura, your energy, your ambiance, the way you communicate and socialize with others, with your children, your kids, your significant other, married, single, whatever, your friends, they can feel that. They can feel that. So I just want to leave y'all with that, and I hope y'all have a good day. Bye.